May I come, sir?
Please come.
Good afternoon, sir.
Please
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Rakesh Kumar Sahu
Yes, sir.
from Orissa and Bhadrak.
Yes, sir.
Bhadrak is in use nowadays, right?
Sir, one Dhamra port is being built there, which aspires to be becoming a major port in coming years, with giving competition to the Paradip port. So that is because of news. And a few years back, it came into bad light because of communal right in the year of 2017. So these are the reasons, sir.
Otherwise, how much do you like Bhadrak?
I like my hometown very much, sir. Bhadrak, Baleshwar.
Why you like?
Sir, first thing is that my hometown generally it remains very peaceful area, and because of the climate of maritime coastal climate, the living there is very much peaceful. And another thing is that there is no such kind of disparity in the Bhadra districts. Well, people are living with decent living standards.
Your father is an ex-serviceman.
Yes, sir.
You studied in Army Public School and all like that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You appeared for NDA exams in 2009.
Yes, sir. When I was in my 12th standard.
12th standard. So what happened in NDA?
Sir, I appeared for SSB interview. I could not clear for interview. Thereafter, I went to prepare for IIT JEE, and I cleared IIT and joined IIT Kharagpur.
What is the difference between the SSB and the Civil Service Exams interviews?
Sir.
SSB is Service Selection Board, where you went for.
Sir, in the NDA exam, the weightage of interview marks of SSB interview much higher as compared to Civil Service exam. There have the 50-50% ratio, but here the ratio of interview marks is much less, sir. This is one difference. Second difference is that in Civil Service interview, the interview process is only of half an hour, 1 day process. But in SSB interview is a 5 days process with a screening process in the first day itself. So these are two major differences, sir.
What do they look for?
Sir, in SSB interview, military organization generally looks for leadership quality and how an officer works in a team and how he has a problem-solving attitude, especially when it comes to war operations.
All that you have proved already here, being in service as a SC or DIF.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And why didn't they select you? Because you have those qualities in you.
Sir.
What in your opinion that didn't select you? Because you're evidently the first love was NDA. Isn't that? So army school and army background.
Sir.
So first love would be NDA.
Definitely, sir. I have a great respect for Indian Army.
So why do you think that they didn't select you?
Sir, way back in 2009, I'm not able to recollect all the events, but whatever I remember, my interview could have been better if I have studied a little bit more about the military affairs and current affairs. I think so. This is one of the reasons. And other reason I'm not able to recollect right now, sir.
Right. Okay, fine. You tell me one of the best stories that you have heard about people.
Sir, though I have read many of the stories, heard many of the stories, but the most beautiful one is I heard a story of a lady administrative officer from Odisha. She is a tribal girl. In fact, she belongs to very backward district of Balangir. And she used to narrate that how from the backward family she belongs to, she belongs to tribal community where they are facing multiple displacement issues because of development projects, and her family is also victim of that. And then she educated herself on her own expenses. Then she worked as a lecturer in the government college. Then only she decided that she want to prepare for civil service exam, and with the hard work she cleared Odisha Public Service Commission, and right now she is an Odisha Administrative Service Officer. And when people ask her that, ma'am, what is your greatest achievement? Then she says that whenever the name of my blog, that is Ramagunda, people type in Google, it comes about hunger and malnutrition of tribal people. But now whenever people type that name in Google, the name comes as OS officer Prabhati Jodia cracks OPS exam. So that is the achievement of that lady, and it's an inspirational story from everyone, starting from, especially for police officer, from constable to the rank of DGP. Everyone, it's an inspirational story.
Fine. If you are here and I am there, what is the first question you will ask me?
So by looking at your vast experience in policing, I will be eager to ask you about the best policing experience you have, especially with regard to carrying on the police operation, because I have to learn a lot from this.
No, if I am there and you are here,
Sir, if you are a candidate, sir, then I might be asking about what changes you would like to bring over the civil service training so that officers will be more technologically equipped. This one question I can ask for.
you answer that question.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
You please answer that question.
That question, sir. And as far as police training is concerned, sir, then policing, the traditional policing has changed. Now we are running for modern policing where we are tackling modern crimes and organized crime. So one modification in training could be learning more about forensics, digital crimes, economic offences by bringing the experts not only from our country but also from abroad through video conferencing. And these things can help us equipped with a more forensic science. That is more required, sir.
Okay, fine.
Thank you, sir.
Madam.
So Rakesh, what is powder metallurgy?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, powder metallurgy is one branch of the metallurgy where we deals with the powder form of ceramics, where these powders are being sintered, packed, and compact into various materials for maybe in the form of tablets, maybe in the form of few capsules, which can be further utilized in the metal processing. This is one branch of metallurgy.
Okay, then what is ultra high temperature sintering?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, sintering basically is a process where we apply heat. Because of that heat, the upper layer surface of the powder particles, they will get partially melt, and because of there will creation of adhesion force between the particles, which will lead to the creation of the required materials we need for our industries. So in ultra high temperature, we provide that kind of temperature to attain the sintering process.
So how can you apply this knowledge of your metallurgical and materials engineering in your civil administration?
Ma'am, in policing, the application of metallurgical science is relatively less because we deal with crimes and criminals. But nevertheless, wherever there is interface between the industries, it will be better for me to grasp the understanding of those industries working in my jurisdiction or maybe in neighboring jurisdiction. This is the one thing. And second thing about the arms equipments we are using, and for example, the bulletproof jacket, Kevlar, it is made of Kevlar. So understanding these material requirements can be better for me.
Okay. So recently there was a judgment given by the Kerala court that watching porn in private space is not a crime. So, but in our country, there are many rape cases related to the minors. So, what are the steps you would like to suggest for the government of India to take in order to tackle this issue?
Ma'am, rape of minor girls.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, this specifically comes under the POCSO Act. So every police station, especially our lower order police function is working in police station, need to be trained with all the aspects of POCSO Act, how to deal in a sensitive manner with the POCSO victims. This is the first thing. Second thing is that reforming our POCSO courts and also equipping our public prosecutor so that these cases may be fast tracked and the accused will be brought to the justice. This is second thing. Third thing is that bringing social change in our society, where police will provide a supporting role, but the leading role has to be taken by the women SHG, women NGOs, schools, colleges, where they will be teaching children about difference between good touch and bad touch. These things can definitely brought a change in our society, where the offences against the child, sexual offences, will be brought down.
So, do you agree with this interpretation that watching porn in private spaces is not a crime?
Ma'am, as far as general consensus is concerned, we have a general consensus that an adult person, whatever he is doing is in private space, watching porn or watching any other videos, his private space is not illegal as such, unless otherwise he harms someone.
Okay.
You think the conflict between legislature, judiciary and executive, is it okay, not required or required?
Sir, conflict between judiciary and executive, there always used to be difference of opinion because they both have different mandate and both have different responsibilities. If there is a conflict, good thing about it is that yes, there is a difference of opinion and both are coming with new ideas. This is a good thing which may lead to good reforms in future. But the one of the demerit is that if they are not able to handle it properly, it will unnecessarily create a bad reputation for the government and also will halt the social reform process in our country. So the solution here is that how the responsibility of the government to build good synergy between the judiciary and executive through regular meetings and conferences.
For judicial pendency,
Sir.
one side is this regarding too much of freedom to lower level police is also one issue.
Pardon me, sir.
Judicial pendency,
Sir.
pendency of cases.
Sir.
One side, police is also one responsible. What do you say?
Sir, judicial pendency, there are a lot of reasons behind that. One of the reasons, yes, I believe policing cannot deny their own role. If we equip our police, especially the investigation officers, with regard to collecting evidences and forensic science, so it will speed up the process of prosecution in the court. So the cases will be disposed very easily without any headache for the judges. So policing equipment the policemen will always help in reducing judicial
No, too much of discretion is also one of the where over exercise of jurisdiction. Sometimes it may lead to some type of chaos. Lower level police officer, station house officer, registering FIR.
Sir.
Okay, if he uses too much of discretion, okay, sometimes it leads to exercise of too much of discretion will lead to chaos.
Sir.
Correct or not?
Sir.
What is your suggestion?
Sir, first thing is that we cannot get away with the discretionary power. Some form of discretionary power we have to provide our SHO and IO because they are posted at ground level. In order to regulate that, what we can do is that the superintendent of police of that particular district can play a very effective supervising role in guiding them where to use that discretion in an effective manner. For example, there is a case of registration of a rape case. Obviously, if the rape victim has approached the police station and she is giving the witness, she is giving the statement, we have to file the FIR. Next process is how objectively and in fair manner we start the process of investigation. That lies the efficacy of the IO, and the SP of the district can play a supervising and guiding role there.
Is it possible for him within the shortage of time? So SP of the district,
Sir.
can supervise all these type of cases? Can supervise effectively?
Sir, we have to do, sir. That is the
No, you have to do, but time is limited, na.
Sir, in that case, especially those sensitive cases like rape cases, BOXO cases, and murder cases, these are very sensitive because we have to give priority to this. But other minor offenses, petty offenses like wallet theft or maybe like that, we can give second priority. We have to prioritize the cases.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Rakesh, recently in Maldives, Indian government was requested to remove our Indian military forces from them.
Sir.
So, do you think it is a diplomatic defeat for the Indian government?
Sir, definitely, sir. When we neighbor like Maldives, who is a part of SAARC, who is a South Asian neighbor us, and the president of that particular country is delivering this kind of statement, it suggests that in last few years we have somewhere failed to build that rapport with this particular government, because of which this statement are coming up. And second thing is that we can't forget the real fact here. The president is not a dictator there. He is an elected member and he has got the mandate from the people. So we have to collaborate with the president and the people of Maldives in order to build our good relations. So he has the people's mandate.
In the first place, why does India need to put their military personnel in Maldives?
Sir, as per the statement given by our government of India, we have put our military forces not for any military purpose, but for surveying purpose and also for providing training and research to their Maldives. That was our main purpose, but our purpose was not to create any military bases.
So there is no geopolitical significance to that?
Yes, sir, there is a geopolitical significance to that, because as we see, the Honorable President of Maldives, after getting elected, his first visit was to China. So we always have a threat of China getting accommodated in neighborhood space, which will always create a geopolitical issues for us in our neighboring countries.
What is this village border policy being followed by China now?
Pardon me, sir?
Village border policy.
Sir, I'm not clear about this. I don't know details of this.
Is there something called buffer zone at LAC, line of actual control between China and India?
Sir,
What is the border called?
that is a line of actual control.
Is there a buffer zone?
Sir, some few points are there which are not exactly under the control of Indian government or Chinese government, but grey zone is there, which are here to demarcate.
Is it still there, or is something being done on that?
Yes, sir. After the this Ladakh standoff a few years back, which happened, there are few tension areas, few friction points where the military commanders of both the countries are still deciding which post will come under which country. So that friction points are still there.
Okay. Now, as far as defense technology is concerned, the initiatives are being done, and even private players are being invited to participate in developing technologies for Indian defense sector. So, can MSMEs also participate in that?
Sir, definitely MSMEs of our country has been a backbone of our Indian economy. They can participate. For example, like building.
No, what's the official policy of the government? Does it allow MSMEs to participate?
Yes, sir. In defense procurement policy of Ministry of Defense, we have given priority to Make in India project. In that we are being preference to our domestic industries in terms of procurement. The policy we have by Defense Ministry.
Is there any monetary limit to participate?
Sir, limit I don't remember, but yes, Defense Council looks after that. Thank you, sir.
Rakesh, your cadre announced?
Yes, sir. I have been allotted to my home cadre, Odisha.
Okay. Despite getting into the IPS and getting home cadre, you are not happy with the Indian Police Service. Why? What is the problem with the IPS?
Sir, I beg your pardon, sir. I am very much happy with my current Indian Police Service, one of the prestigious service in our country. Especially when we look at the role models in Indian Police Service who have dedicated much to our country. And when it comes to why I am opting for Indian Administrative Service is that the kind of diverse assignments or projects which will be given in administrative service, especially rural development, tribal empowerment, women empowerment, health and education, rural sanitation, these are very much attractive for me to work there because I will be learning a lot and also contributing a lot to the government of India.
I am a police officer, IPS officer. I served as a principal secretary, animal husbandry, veterinary departments, labor department, and cooperative societies department as a principal secretary.
Sir.
So service is not the basis for heading various departments. So your answer sounds hollow. It's orchestrated.
Sir, I beg your pardon, sir. IPS officer have also headed various departments of civil.
Then why do you want to leave IPS and home cadre and join IAS?
Sir.
Seeking IAS. Why? Still not convinced. I'm not convinced.
Sir, sir, there are two things. One is service, other thing is cadre. About the service, I like very much about the working in this ground level when it comes to rural development or agricultural development or various of the social and welfare policies. I have a great orientation to work in this field. And second thing about the cadre, home cadre is not an issue. Coming from a military background, I even ready to work in Northeast India also, Andaman Nicobar also. I am more concerned about the kind of projects and assignments I am getting to deliver on. That is my major focus.
Okay. Give me one of personality trait in you which are known to you in your personality that makes you best suited for IAS and not suited you to IPS. Have you identified any such personality trait in you?
Yes, sir.
See, aspiring to head various departments is one thing. Identifying, yes, this is my personality trait which makes me suitable to IAS than to IPS. List one of such from your personality.
Sir, one personality trait which is very much applicable in IAS is also applicable in IPS to a certain extent. I would like to disclose that thing. I am a very good listener to what people narrate their stories, very sympathetic and compassionate outlook. That one quality I have. Suppose if a farmer is coming with regard to the agricultural distress in his village, so I'm very much able to grasp his problem, understand his problem with a feel of empathy and compassion, how to actually deliver and resolve his issue. That one good quality will always definitely help in IAS. And when it comes to IPS, this quality will also help, not an issue, because IPS officer also need to listen to the grievances. In IPS officer, empathy and compassion always doesn't matter because sometimes we have to be taking hard decisions, like whenever there is a law and order issue. So this one quality I have with me, would I will have to disclose.
So,
thank you, sir.
We'll close the interview. You treat it as closed and relax.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.